It's on, I checked. Welcome, the War Chief of Light is live. The epic night of gaming, ass kicking, nerding out, and having fun. Hi, my name's PBG, but you lovely people are more than welcome to call me Peeps. We have a lot to talk about. I love FanFest days. Give me a sec, I'm taking my socks off. No, you don't get that shit for free. I'm kidding, you don't get that shit at all, but you know where I'm going with this. Hold on. Hi, how are you? Hope you had a good day. I love my husband dearly. Truly. Great man. He bought me new socks. And threw out my old ones. These ones are tight. So, whew. So there are moments where I'm like, my love. At the end of the night, I take them off. Hello, Mistress Starfall. Hi, Christmas was really good, low-key. We spent a lot of time with family, friends. It was an expensive time. The kids got a lot of stuff. And so did I. I spent a lot of money in thread. I got my cross-stitch framed. It's coming next week. And I bought a lot of thread to start a new cross-stitch. Ysera. Not Ysera, so that's the one that's getting framed. Sylvanas. Actually, I have it beside me. I've been working on it. That can go there. Oh, that's a cat. I got some flowers. That's Sylvanas' leg, and then some boobs. Lots and lots to do left, but we're getting there. So yeah, that's been pretty much it. Other than that, she's been calm, cool, and collected. New Year's, about the same. Pretty chill folk. Silva, I mean, the writers did lots wrong with Sylvanas, but that's a different story for a different day, I think. Hi, how's everyone doing? I'm just gonna get this nice and small so I can see both the Twitch and the YouTube. Hi, Twitch. Sorry, Freya, it took me a moment. Winter. Okay. There, we're back. So yeah, she's been fun. This weekend we also had the bonus stream for FanFest Japan, which, let's just start with FanFest Japan. Let's talk about that. Right, let's go to the gold saucer, do my bullshit, and let's talk about FanFest Japan. Okay? From what I've understood, there were less activities, but they were more meaningful activities. Which, I'm not gonna lie to you, FanFest North America didn't have much. It had 5 or 6 booths and a lot of standing. So, big difference. I love Sylvanas. Like, she's always been a character that I really liked. I can't wait to read her book. Christy Golden did it, so it's gotta be good. So anyway, I heard that FanFest Japan was excellent. That people really enjoyed FanFest Japan. And I'm not gonna lie to you, there was a discussion about it on Twitter. That while North America had more information, that was given, because I mean, listen, you got the original trailer, you got the announcement of the expansion, you got Phil Spencer. What the fuck? Phil Spencer was there. So it was big, right? It was huge. It was massive. However, the activities Japan got, with how everything was decorated, the extra bullshit that they did, the banners, the watcher in the crowd, the fact that there was fucking seating. We could fight all day. I'm gonna tell you, Japan had a great experience, better than North America. Absolutely. I'd argue that, having been to the North America one, I'd argue North America had it the worst. where Europe had a more intimate setting, it was still laced with problems. Just like everything else, I suppose. But that's what I understood. Could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'm pretty good at being wrong. So anyway, that is my understanding of the current events. FanFest Japan was good. Like, I'm not gonna complain. It was pretty fantastic. Like, the only one that I went to intimately was Las Vegas, and whew. My husband has told me, and he said, next time FanFest comes to North America, we're not going. And I'm like, really? He's like, no, it was a terrible experience. And I'm like, I know, but like, I told him if it came to the East Coast, I would consider it. If it came to a hockey arena, I would consider it. But as is, I wouldn't go to the North American one again. Especially not in the fucking summer in the heat. Oh my god, it was bad. So, humbly, like New York would be great. Montreal would be great. Boston, I'd go to Boston. Maybe Chicago, but we're pushing it. But like, I would stick on that east side, right? Like, I'm not. No. Oh, you're looking at the other side. No, I would not do that. See, I would go to New York City because I could handle the temperature. One, I could handle the humidity. Been there, done that. I live in that. Fine. It's also a cheaper trip. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would save a couple $1,000s if it was in Toronto, in New York, compared to Las Vegas. Yeah, it was expensive. If it was in Montreal, about the same price. Toronto, a little more expensive. I don't think they'll come to Canada. So to me, that would be the best. Like Montreal, Quebec City, bitch. But like New York or something like that, I would go. Same thing, like Alaska? It's just, the only problem with Alaska is it's expensive. It's far. Right, that's $2,000 or $3,000 just to fly there. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I wouldn't go unless I was, first of all, spending less than I did to go to Vegas. But like, it has to be a better venue. I know that's a little bit judgy, but like, I saw the fact that they got the seating and stuff in Japan, and I got jealous. Like, you guys picked a baseball stadium. Perfect. People could sit. Everyone could sit. Yeah. Like, no, I wouldn't do that again. So it would either it would have to be cost effective and in a better venue for me to go to FanFest again. And even then, my husband's still on the fence. He was like, I don't know. It would have to be something. Because we definitely didn't have a great... Like, the people we met were fantastic. The actual, like, presentation was really, really good. He loved the primals. His primals was his favorite part. And he knew nothing of them. Which made it better for some reason. Because, like, he had no idea what was coming and he still fell in love with it. Anyway. It's not very good for that, but also, like, a convention floor doesn't, not for that size a crowd. It just doesn't make sense. Again, I thought maybe it's me, maybe it's, you know, it's my opinion that it went poorly. And then I watched it at the Tokyo Dome and I was like, motherfucker, that's perfect. Put them in a hockey arena. That's what we wanted. We didn't want fancy. It would have been colder, right? Because even in the summer, a hockey stadium is cold. Trust me on that. Canadian, come on now. But they're still kind of cold. And you wouldn't have to worry about any of the other stuff? No. So if they had it in a hockey stadium or something like that, hockey arena or something like that, I think it'd be much better. That way all the people could sit as they needed to. Either way, Japan's Fan Fest seems to have gone really, really good. Did you guys catch the picture of Yoshi P in a suit? In a suit. In a big boy suit. In a totally goes to work in that suit. Hair done and everything. Totally goes to work in that suit. There are people that walked by him and didn't recognize him in the suit. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Yeah, he showed up to the PvP finals in a fucking suit. What a king. What a king. Love that shit. I love that types of shenanigans. Yeah, he definitely did. And that was funny. I like that very much. But that was him. Being all silly. Also, if you're not, like, if you want a list of Final Fantasy people to follow on Twitter, if you're on Twitter, listen, Twitter's a shithole, so I get it if you're not. But if you're on Twitter, follow Ben Starr, that's Clive, or Baby Girl if you know him very well, from Final Fantasy 16. He's hilarious and does stuff with all kinds of Final Fantasy cast members because he's a giant Final Fantasy nerd. And he's hilarious. 2, you want Amanda H.N. That's our singer. That's our girl. That's Miss Hyland. That's Flo. Yeah. So she's destroyed our hearts. And she sings beautifully, but like she sang Dawn Trill's opening trailer. And she's also a ham. She's hilarious and a giant nerd too. The Native Southern Americans and their... I hope they do a respectful job. I do too, very much, because I'm going to be very honest with you, these are an underwritten, underappreciated, and underspoken about populace. Especially in a positive light, and they need it. Riku, you had my next sentence right there. Our brand new female Hrothgar, Mook, or... Oh, I forget her name. Give me a second, I want to get it right. I was so happy. Hold on. There, found it. Okay, her name is Wook Lamat. Okay, she is the female Hrothgar in the Dawn Trail trailer, who comes forward with the absolutely pretty accent. She's gonna melt my heart, 100%. So first of all, she's Puerto Rican. Puerto Rico. That means her heritage fits it. Her natural accent fits it. That means that Square Enix went across, which they don't typically do. They like working with European voice actors. Not because of anything negative, but because time zones. That's why they switched to an European crew for Heaven's War. Okay, again, this is not a... But they chose somebody closer to the region, so they had a larger impact. And 2, she is a super fan. Been playing since ARR. Her post looks like a child that just woke up to Christmas and got everything they wanted. It's the cutest thing. Like, she keeps posting, and it's adorable. Like, this is someone who's screaming of excitement. Playing since 1.0, so she's the OG. And she's actually played Final Fantasy XI as well. So she's bouncing. And finally, she's trans. She's trans. So, I don't know Square Enix's history with hiring voice actors, okay? We heard her for a sentence or two, and I melted. The accent caught me off guard, and I was like, oh, that's pretty. Okay? So there you go. She's... So they checked all... Like, to me, the most important was they chose someone who was either from the region or had ties into the region or was indigenous, something like that. Not that it was super duper important, because again, all talent is talent, but it was important for me because it was such an underrepresented come on peeps, underrepresented community. And it's definitely one of those situations where, like, the more of it, the better, right? Nope. On top of that, she's trans. Just win, 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 win. You can't beat all the wins, win. Love that shit. Completely. Porks in perfection. That's the way. This is the way. So no, it was super exciting to see. She looks super excited. I love it. I mean, it's not hard for me to... But no, I love it. And on top of that, she gets a leadership role. She's playing a strong woman, which, how do you sell it to peeps? Strong female character. Bam. Hook me up. I'm in. Sold. Signed. Sealed. Delivered. We're good to go. That's all I need. So what I did. Alright, here we go. Do they try to use certain background, but they are European? I have no idea. It's not something that I've seen a lot of. See, I'm gonna challenge you, Calvin, just a little bit. Like, Nidana and Mitsaya are Indian descent. However, I'm gonna argue just a little bit. These are voice actors that are easy for Japan to acquire. Not that this is not an insult to Indian people at all. They're in their time zones. Again, that was their big challenge way back when, was time zones. How do we make this work? Right? And that's what you see the problems were back then. So again, in India, much easier for them to acquire or set something up. They're only a few, I think they're only an hour or two apart. Very easy. Where again, Puerto Rico is a different story. I found out, thanks to the New Year's Eve countdown, that Puerto Rico is actually in my time zone. So if you're wondering, peeps, what the fuck are you talking about? I am in Puerto Rico's time zone. We're on the Atlantic. So it's really, really good to see diversity being a priority. And yes, Calvin, you are correct. They're doing it above and beyond what is typical for the requirement. And what's interesting about their decision, and I'm not, listen, this is not me picking on anybody. Please don't take it as such. But what's extremely interesting to me, okay, is that they don't have to. Like, they really don't have to. And that's not, again, I'm not insulting anyone. I think diversity is very important in every aspect of life. It's very important that, one, even if you're in a homogenized crowd, that you learn about other people and you see them, that they're part of reality, so that when you do go to a city or you decide to visit or you just understand that other people exist, other ways of life exist, other people's opinions exist. That's very important, right? Japan, and this, it could be like this for any country, but Japan is very not very diverse at all. And on the other side of that same spectrum, not only are they not very diverse, this thing's already kicking my ass. Not only are they not very diverse, but the other side of the coin is their market and audience isn't very diverse. So that means the people buying their game, for the most part, even games like this that has these larger diverse crowds, aren't, for the most part, are not diverse. So it's not, they don't have to cater, even if they, like, it's not a requirement. I'm glad that people are holding them to account for it, and I'm glad that they are adding that type of diversity. I think it's very important, again, even in homogenized groups where you don't see it very much. Let me tell you, my first year of university, how rough that was. Not only learning that my French accent was extremely different to others around the world, my first non-Indigenous POC I had seen was in university. I was 18 years old. There was some learning to do, real fast. So it's very important. Also, this is just very specific to where I'm from. This is gonna sound silly. The only black people that I had seen before the age of 18 was on TV. Which is good, right? We like that. They're American. But there weren't a whole lot on Canadian television. My first experiences in real life, meeting black people for the first time, were mostly of African descent. I went to a French university, so that means that people that's from French-speaking countries would attend it, which means not Americans. So there was an expectation, which I was wrong, dead wrong, had to learn that lesson at 18 years old real fast. There was a learning curve. Because again, diversity was important, but it's a spectrum, right? There's more than one type of person in the world. So 18 years old was pretty rough for a little while. Just 1 second.
Okay.
Alright. That's that quest. I almost got my level, and that's what I'm chasing. I think what I might do is I might do some of my roulettes, because I'm right there. I'm like dancing on the 79. And eat an eggie, because eggies are important. So yeah, I'm glad that they're pushing the diversity into these games so we see more of it. And Puerto Rico representation, really? Yes. Fuck yes. So yeah, oop, that popped like fast. So super excited about all that. And Pictomancer looks... I've watched that video 100 times now, the trailer, just for the Pictomancer spot. Ah! No, I was very excited for that. Listen, we are going to be able to Moogle Kamehameha. The amount of cosplay, not cosplay, but amount of fan art I have seen of that man in the cosplay, madness. He had the Streisand effect, 100%. If he would have never mentioned it, no one would have said anything. Nope, he did it. Who did he do it to? Himself. He did it to himself. Nobody's to blame for his behavior. He wouldn't have mentioned it. Nope. That was the first thing I saw art of. And then it was the Hrothgars. I've been like, my timeline is inundated with Hrothgars. Which, like, to me is the win. I won. This is great. Love that shit. I love me some Moogles. I hope you guys understand. This is the best part. We had Spanish mass at my church. Oh my goodness. So much cultures and many people, different cultures in high school. That's so cool. Yes, I seen that, Kelvin. My sassy girl. I love it. That was so fun. I laughed my bleeding heart out. Thought that was the funniest shit. No, I thought that was great, 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 great. Stop it! Yeah, it was the opposite for me. Only POC that I had seen before the age of... But no, like, they really did something. So, like, it took a while, and even then, it took a while. Small towns, right? English versus French. There was some racism and stuff in the schools. But like, very, very sheltered, very, very small, and I couldn't tell you what that was like. Da 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 PvE. Here, you get that. Do I want the loot? I got it! Fuck! What's this? Don't want that. To level 80. What do you mean the gauge expanded? Oh shit. Voice gauge adds tandem. Increases in tandem repertoire, which is now depleted using the apex arrow. What the fuck's an apex arrow? Hold on. Okay. What is apex arrow? There it is. Okay, so this. What's this do? Delivers an attack. Potency. I drove an Egyptian student to school. I went to private school. Oh, that's so cool, though. Like, that's so very important. Like, when I say small, the town I grew up in, the town I'm from, I'm not gonna name because it's that small, 200 people. My graduating class was 99. And we had to drive an hour to get to the school. Like, small. And, like, not kind of Christian, but, like, fucking Christian. But, like, French Christian. Like, we all have the same middle names. What do you do? Okay, so this is an instant. Does it replace anything? Alright, well, let's put you. Alright. Okay, that's fine. I don't know what that was. Hold on, I lost something. There we go, I knew I lost something. As Culture Creator, I want to ask, have you ever read a book called Self? The author is Canadian. No, I have not. Sorry about the eventual. No, I have not. I am, I don't read as much as I'd like to, and when I read, I stick very much to fantasy, or like fantasy, Stephen King, and I read a lot of classics growing up because I was a bit of a snob when I was a teenager. But not a lot. My sister was an English major and read a lot more than I did. But we were both well read. We're just not diverse read. Jan Martel, I have read some of his work. Life of Pi. I think that's his name. Yep, Jan Martel. 100%. I would read that book because of that's the author. Put it that way. You just sold me a book. What's the name of that? Hold on, let's write that one down because I'll probably read it. Speaking of books, if you want to read a book that seems dull but will make you think, Life of Pi. We read that in grade 12. And then I watched the movie, which is an incredible movie. Don't watch it before, though. Do not watch it before. It is... This is one of those books that you can't predict the ending. You can't. You can't predict the end of the movie either. But they share the ending, so obviously don't do it, okay? Don't do this till seriously. I'm gonna write it in the chat because it's that good. Life of Pi. This is what it's called. I'm gonna put it in both chats because it's that damn good. But if you're looking for a book that will make you think, that is the one. It's about a shipwrecked boy who has to survive on a life raft with a tiger. Like a 11 out of 10. Recommend. As he talks to the protagonist, is bilingual, French and English. He may be, I don't know. Jan sounds francophone. Let me see for fun. Jan Martel. Ah, judging by his looks, I would tell you he's a Quebecer. It just screams Quebec. He is... Well, just to give you an idea, the first Wikipedia page that came up for him is in French. Né le 25 juin 63 à Salamanque en Espagne. He's born in Spain. He's a philosopher, a Canadian author. Quebec and Saskatchewan is where he's lived. But he's traveled quite a bit. That makes sense, because and he's a bit of an activist. So, there you go. It's knit 3 point. Not quite. It's actually from the character's name, which makes it worse if you read it. Like, if you read the book, you'll be like, "That's the character's name." No way. What could this character's name be? It's said in the first couple paragraphs, so I'm not. It's a really good book, though. It's one of those books you read and you don't forget. The ending you don't forget anyway. I get to do hippos with my baby. And we're also 10 levels away from finally finishing all of the stuff. Do 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 do. Now I recognize that author right away. To be fair, we don't have a lot of like supers. Oh, we have some really successful Canadian authors, and some that, you know, just they're there. I mean, usually someone says successful Canadian author, Margaret Atwood's what you're gonna hear. What do you think of the new alpaca mount? I don't have it. I don't think. Do I have it? I don't know. Not so versed on the mounts like I should be. It's not because I don't like mounts. I like mounts a lot. Thinking back at Quebec French, it tickled me a little bit. Oh yeah, well that's back of the throat versus the front, and Acadian French sits somewhere in between. Because that's, I mean this again, I don't mean to insult anybody. However, has been said that if you want to make fun of the Quebec accent, go nasal. Hein? Tu fais là, tabarnak? Imitating. That's how you do it. Where, like, my neighbors, when they swear, they go, "C'est quoi, tabarnak?" It's a much more, like, in between. where like the French will see on parle comme ça, and they a little higher. Oh, it's in the Dawn Trail. Yeah, I like that very much. Listen, Dawn Trail has me dumbfounded. I thought I was excited for Dawn Trail, okay? Don't get me wrong. Viper, I'm not gonna lie to you, looks cool. I'm glad there's a lot of people that like it. Not my cup of tea, okay? Fine. New adventure? Oh, good. I'm glad to start a new adventure. Stories of kings and cities of gold? Sounds cool. I'm alright with that. Pictomancer? Fuck yeah! Female Hrothgar? Fuck yeah! And then I was like, okay, it seems like it's going to be a straightforward story. And I did the mistake. Again, because I seem to do it every fucking time. I did the mistake of thinking that a Final Fantasy story, period, let alone 14, just a Final Fantasy story, is going to stick to the lines. Stick to the, well, it's a power struggle. You're going to have to choose one or the other. They're both going to have some great points. It's going to be a difficult thing. You're going to have to go figure out somebody's dark past. I figured it was more on the And then sure enough, to nobody's surprise, to nobody's fucking surprise, I come back and Solution 9. What the fuck is that? Thank you. So, like, what the fuck? I was so Bush B. Imagine a Canadian Pirates game. Oh yeah. No, I have heard that. Probably in a boardroom or two. I work all day at Quebec, right? That's what I do for a living. In boardrooms. Well, Teams calls, but you know what I'm saying, right? Anyway, yeah. It's so funny. But still, anyway. Yeah. But that trailer, or that conversation threw me so far off guard. I was like, oh, a steampunk thing. Okay, well that makes sense, I guess. They're fighting over resources. Makes sense. Who's got it, who don't. Maybe a capitalism spin to it. No. Solution 9. That's why when we were watching, if you were there or you watched the VOD, what the fuck is this? Oh, you gotta get, like, on it. How in the fuck do I get this? Oh, okay, I see what you're trying to say. Hold on. We may be able to fix this. Aha! Thank you. Fuck! Son of a bitch. Hold on. Ah! Got it. Okay. Is that similar to you, Final Fantasy 13? Yeah, like, I thought, listen, I have a bad habit, okay? In my head, I theory craft. I know better than to say it out loud because I'm wrong. I'm wrong every single fucking time I play this game. Final Fantasy 14 Final Fantasy brings me for a loop. Very rare that I figure it all out. No, I thought I had it. I was like, puzzle piece 1, puzzle piece 2. What the fuck is that? Clock game. Aha! That was funny. Yes, like, it threw me so off. This isn't Amuro. This is live. This is moving. This has signs and stuff. Did you see that the sign says Soul Eater or something like that? Soul Siphon? Did you see that? Because Twitter saw that. No, 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 no. Go away. Oh, shit. This isn't looking good. Come on. Ugh. Employment and soul supply. So there's something there, but she kind of fucked up. Hello, Diamond Fox. We're discussing the trailer and the the keynotes, what was going on, especially Solution 9, because I don't know. I don't know. I have no nothing is in between my ears about this moment. I have no idea. Like, I thought I had it figured out, that I saw that. And you can see, like, as we're in the stream, in the VOD, you'll look at my face and I say it many times. What in the actual fuck is that? Not because it looks bad, but because it's so shocking. Like, I can imagine a city. Oh my goodness, welcome aboard, Diamond. Thank you so much. That way you can see all kinds of silly, which, by the way, there's a lot of silly planned for this week. A lot of, like, some of the reactions and stuff will be coming out. I have pre-planned the next 2 days of videos and shorts. Ancient script, it could, I don't know, man. It's so fucked up. Like, I know. We've been on the moon. We've been in spaceships. But, like, Solution 9 threw me under the bar so far. Like, I have no idea. So just to let you guys know, while we're here, we're all friends. This week, she's gonna be weird. I've got a few shorts and videos ready to go. They are reactions, I'm sorry. It is 100% because I don't have time to put up something bigger. This week, tomorrow morning, bright and early, I'm having my gallbladder removed. So I'll be in surgery at like 7:45 a.m. So early. So recovery, I have no idea what energy I'll have. I'll be able to stream, so I did pre-do some things. Should get me a few days, and I should be able to upload at least a short after that. So that's the goal. We'll see. I heard that the first few days are a little bit rocky, and then after that you're good. Like within a week, some people are back to work. I'm gonna try to coax the doctor for 2 weeks because money. Listen, I'm paid. I'm one of those people that paid sick days, so yes, let's go. I almost went up another full level. Man, the experience in this is good. Well, keep in mind that I've also completed this. Like, I have completed their story several times. Let's go see Ganta. I love the Arxadera. We'll wait until we get the bigger ones. Sell them. What's this? I have it. Good. I was about to freak. I got my hippo cart, which was super important. I got that too. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. Listen, I can't help it. It's stronger than me. I am a sucker for adorable. Why will I be playing? Listen, we already know that I'm going to be playing Pictomancer. Why? Moogle Kamehameha. I don't know what else to tell you. What do you need more than Moogle Kamehameha to sell me to something? Nothing. Sold. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. So yeah, the content next week is going to be weird. Next week I assume everything's going to be back to somewhat normal. But this week, we'll see. That's what I was looking for. So we're doing what we can. I'm also, this is water. No more, this is all I can have after 10. It's 9. So let me just check something real fast. Oh, I can't. How could you not? How could you not, Calvin? How? It's impossible. Like, I just can't. I can't not do. I can't walk by the Moogle Kamehameha and be like, nah, I don't need this. That's a lie. That is a fat lie. That's a painful lie. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. Just wanted to check something quickly. Okay. But other than that, it's supposed to be a good week. I'm hoping. My kiddos are back in school, which is good. And I'm supposed to be taking it pretty chill here, starting tomorrow. Oh, how could you not? Again, Moogle Kamehameha. That's it. Like, and let me tell you the part of the trailer that I have listened to on repeat. It's the Pictomancer entrance. The minute you hear Amanda HN sing, I'm like, oh, it's so whimsical and pretty. And yes, check the hairstyles. That's good. I didn't check the hairstyles. I should have checked the hairstyles. Itchy. No, I am, like, sold. Again, I'm a hype queen. I will fall for your hype. However, I'm good at, I'm somewhat good at, yeah, somewhat good at, like, not buying the hype, but, like, still getting hyped, you know what I mean? Not putting my money where the hype is. One game, and I'm going to be very honest with you, one game that sold me 100% on the trailer that was released. Okay? Was Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 is a game that I 100%. The moment I saw the trailer for the first time, I was sold on it. That's it. I bought it. Pre-ordered it. I was told by a friend that it was everything that I'd ever want in a game. And it took over my life. I love it. I still have to finish my 4th playthrough. Although I'm at the part, I've played it so much that I don't, Act 3 is basically level me to 12 so I can beat the last few. It was not the bear scene that hooked me. I was hooked before. The bear scene kind of like caught me off guard, though, I will admit. Listen, I had no idea like about the romances and stuff in that game. Like I had none, not a clue. Never played anything of the sort. So when that trailer came out, I was like, oh, okay. That's something. I just didn't. What else do you do? When faced with all that smut, what do you do? I will have to say, having been around now a little bit, if you're looking for the green flag, a green flag man, it is Halcyon 100%. That is my favorite of the bunch. I love me a Halcyon. He's right up my alley. If you're looking for true love, Lae'zel. And if you're looking for just really, really good dirty stuff, Minthara. I was definitely caught off guard with that one. That's the juvenile. Small juvenile rally. So far, anyway. My favorite character in the game, like just as the best written character in that game is Lae'zel. It's no question of a doubt of me. If you really stop and think about her story, she's got the strongest writing. And the one character that threw me off was Astarion. I really thought Karlach's amazing. I love Karlach with my whole heart. Like, she's my favorite character. That's why I had to change what I was saying. The best written is Lae'zel. My favorite is Karlach by far. I love Karlach. My only problem is I don't agree with the direction they took. I agree with the original direction they took. I think her popularity and goodness of a character ruined her own ending. Like, if I had it my way, okay, and this is terrible, Because Karlach is such a breath of fresh air in everything she does. She's amazing. Love that character. Okay? No one is arguing if we don't like Karlach. What I'm saying is a lot of people didn't like her ending because it was abrupt, obviously. It was a huge change and they were not ready for it. And really, it's got poor payoff, right? And I get that, I do, I really do. I'm not arguing about the poor payoff. That's true. But like, Calvin, you nailed it. It's like dealing with someone with a terminal illness. To me, the option should have been you let her go. 2, you let her go to Avernus. Whether you go with her or not is up to you. Or 3, the third option, which I'm not talking about here because this is spoiler central, but to me the third one was the better option. And to me, the second, sending her to Avernus, should have been the wrong choice. To me, sending her to Avernus should have been the one where she's miserable. And again, I love Karlach. That's the problem. And a lot of people do. So a lot of people have a hard time not letting her go. But the reality is that's not what she wanted. She's never ever said, please send me to Avernus. Never. She has screamed at you the entire game to not do that. She wants to live. She does not want, and she will never go back to Avernus. Her words, not mine. And to me, like, that should have had the negative answer. But people really liked that, so they added the option for you to go to Avernus with her. And then, if you get the epilogue now, if you do the epilogue parts, okay, you end up with the, if you did the epilogue parts, you get the, whatchamacallit. Basically, the good ending is sending her to Avernus, which I disagree with. Oh yeah, we totally made it. We totally did this and that. It was great. I'm totally gonna kick butt. And you're like, oh. That kind of stinks. It goes against what they've been, like, setting up for the rest of the game. In comparison to... At least to me, that's how it looks, but I could be wrong. The third option is my favorite, because to me, it's the best of both worlds. It's the sacrifice. In, like, human terms, it's, somebody says they could never live without their eyesight, but the cancer's taken away their eyesight, and you choose to take away the eyesight, and eventually they find a way. Kind of what it is. Seems like something off Grey's Anatomy. Speaking of Grey's Anatomy, okay? I like trash TV, okay? Not a whole lot. Not a big fan. Like, I don't watch a lot of it. But, like, there are a few shows of trash TV that I will watch. And lately, while I'm cross-stitching, okay, so this is where I'm at. See, there's some flowers, and again, Sylvana's bum, and Sylvana's boobs. While I'm doing that, I've watched, this again shows my age, CSI New York. Let me tell you, that was a show. And watching it back, and again, it is trash TV. It is not meant to be intelligent. You are not meant to learn something from this. And some of it's kind of funny. So, like, there's a lot less one-liners, so it feels a little less trashy. Oh yes, I seen that! Calvin, I love that idea, by the way. I think that's great. But, yeah. Design New York says something. It's, I actually Googled to see if it was, funded by the New York police or the military. Because they do that. They fund shows and video games and stuff. Call of Duty is a game that's been funded by the American military. By the way. So I went and looked it up because I was like, man, this seems like a propaganda piece. But it is what it is. Again, trash TV. I'll take it. Especially while you're doing something with your hands. I don't know if it's because of where I'm from or how old I am or like just how I was raised, but like I can't just sit there and not do something. And I also just can't sit there and watch TV. I don't understand what that's like. I have never in my life ever just sat there and watched TV. Couldn't do it. I wouldn't know how. I need something in my hands doing something. I need to be thinking about something. I'll watch a lot of TV while gaming. I'll watch a lot of TV while doing artsy stuff. So that, sewing, or like knitting and stuff. When I was a teenager, we used to color while watching TV. It was just a thing. It seems a little unhinged now that I'm older, but like, because my friend could just sit in front of the TV with like food and pajamas and just sit there. I can't. I gotta go. If you do that, it's nap time. Because of course it's nap time. I just learned that if you hit the square button, you get the option to emote on somebody, and now everything makes so much more sense. And I feel so much smarter. I feel dumb, but like smart at the same time. Like, ooh, I figured this out. But like, everybody knew that, so are you really smart right now? The answer is no. No, I'm not. But no, it's been a pretty good gum. Also, Final Fantasy XIV fans, which if you're watching this, chances are you are, KupoCon announced a event. It's going to be both live and online for the launch of Final Fantasy XIV's Dawn Trail. It's in Chicago. I'm still paying off Las Vegas, and probably still will be by the time that I get there. So I can't go to that one. I'll be online with it if you guys... Actually, it's not a bad thing to stream. I think that would be a good idea. But generally speaking, if you're in the Chicago area and that's within your price range, absolutely. I will always promote KupoCon. Cuddling with Mog, soft warming puffball. Love that very much. Speaking of puffballs, for those of you who don't know, I have a boxer dog. Okay, love the little jerk. He's not going anywhere. He's my boy, my man's. If we get a house, okay, understand that in the first day, like the ink is dry on the signature, we're on the list for another boxer dog or two. We'll see. Can you imagine? My husband's gonna need some convincing. Anyway. there's an argument going on in my house about the next dog. Okay? And that argument is my husband wants to name it because I name most of the pets. Because I have taste and he don't. Okay? I wanted to name the next dog Gul Dukat. Or Duke for short. And he said no. You see how mean he is? He's the worst. And then he wonders why I tell him he's bad at naming pets. I tried Garak and that was definitely not gonna fly. So I tried. With him you gotta try to... Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Kindly. I can't wait for interview seasons to be over so I can get the hair that I've always wanted back. So yeah, my husband won't let me name the dog Guldukat. Think about yelling at the dog. Like, I'm not wrong. Think about it. Like, the dog's across the hall and you're like, Dukat! He comes running. Fuck yeah, I want that. He won't let me. So mean. So Oh, we caught him. Back on my cake-laden mount. I love it. I love it. He won't let me. He's so mean. Like, think about it. If he wants to be all cranky pants, he can call him Duke, right? It fits. No, he won't let me. Like, I have other great choices of names, and he said no to all of them. Again, because he's mean. Like, I have, like, Gray Mane I felt was a good idea. Get it? I told him it's either nerdy names or, like, old names. And he's like, no. Absolutely the fuck not. And I was like, why not? Think about how good that would sound, calling your dog Agnes. Or, my personal favorite, Petunia. Classic. Again, my husband has no naming skills. He's terrible. Worf. Oh yeah. I might get that through, like, as a nickname if I'm lucky. Because the way they bark, they go Worf. I saw on Facebook somebody had made their boxer dog a buttlet, and I was like, I want one. I want a baby buttlet. And he's like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, it doesn't matter. You should get me one. Can you, like, a little dog, but he's a big warrior. He needs his buttlet. Like, yes. I should make him a buttlet. To wear on his side so, you know, he can be an honorable warrior. Telling you. The shit that I think of is what gets me in trouble. This is what it's like being a wife, like me being his wife. So when I come up with this shit and he's like, Oh, I need a dog. Kupo. Kupo's a good idea. Nope. Said no to that immediately. There's also, and if you think that I am a cheap wife to keep around, I am not. Do you know what I spent all of my Christmas money on? $120. Thread for my cross stitch. And then I spent a whole $200 on the frame for Ysera. And I bought 2 board games on top of that. That's what I got for Christmas. That's what it's like being married to me. Jadzia. I'm very worried about Jadzia. I'm halfway through season 4. And my problem is Twitter has spoiled something for me. Something about they did her dirty. I assume she dies or something. And it breaks my little heart, and I don't want to know, but I want to know. It is the problem when you watch shows that are 30 years old. Or the day that there's actually a short of this on the day I did it. There was an article about Picard and the last season of Picard coming out, and I was still going through TNG. And I'm sorry, Data's the best character. That's not up for debate. No, it's not up for debate. So I'm watching this, and then a news article came up, like an interview with Data with Brent Spinner. I'm like, I'm gonna go watch that, or I'm gonna go read it. So I read it, and I get to the bottom, and it turns out in like some Star Trek movie, Data dies, and I cried. It was like fucking 8:30 on a Monday morning, and I cried. I cried over a spoiler for a movie that's older than it's nearly as old as I am. And I cried. No, I didn't. I'm still on CSI. I have a hatred for the holodeck episodes. I don't like them. Some people like the distraction because a lot of the let's be honest, a lot of the tones for Star Trek are very heavy, a lot of thought provoking, really, and usually there's a makes you think moment, or there's a lesson in the background of it, or it's just good acting. But not the holosuites. They're usually a distraction of that, to which me, I could give not a fuck about. Usually I hate them. I watch them out of necessity because in case they reference them later, but they're very begrudgingly watched. Oh yes, Miri, send that to the Discord because it won't go through here. Oh, you sent it. Awesome. I'm gonna go visit. Cartridge free. So it's just like you just squirt. Eco Take, all-in-one cartridge free. Ideal basic home printer. How does that work? High capacity ink tanks, no more tiny expensive cartridges. Easy worry free. But you're selling me on this printer just by me reading the fucking stuff. Hold on. I mean, is that Amazon.com? It is. Let me go see on .ca. Yeah, I know. Oof, she's pricey though. But still, she would work. She would work. No. She would work. I'm gonna watch for that one. Those of you who are curious why I'm dicking around for a printer, I have a printer. I bought it for like $80. It was a super duper cheap ass printer. Yes, I deserve what I get for that. Okay, let's be honest. I deserve what I got. It was the cheapest printer there at the time. Okay? And since I don't use a lot of printer ink, I don't print a whole lot, but when I print hard. A lot. So I'll go like in batches. Like I'll get a sewing project and I will print 60 pages of a pattern. That's something I've done 100 times. Not 100. I'll have a D&D game and I'll print 30, 40 pages. It's just a thing. And I was looking to print some legal documents and stuff. And I need like 7 pages. But every time I go to print, my fucking printer ink is gone. Dead. Dead in the water. Gone. It's dried out and don't work. And it's a problem. Like, I'm sorry, but it's a problem. I don't like that. I shouldn't have to spend $30 in an ink cartridge every time I want to print something. And I don't print enough to do that. Like, I might print 100 pages, maybe 200 pages a year. But I've bought $100 to $200 to $150 worth of fucking cartridges. Because it's an all-in-one cartridge super. What else does it do? I'm looking at it now. Hold on. Wi-Fi, I don't care about. 100 page, it's fine. What's in the box? What's the difference between you and that one? That one's much cheaper. Oh, it's the... I lied. It's not. Okay. Innovative, high capacity ink, dramatic savings on ink, stress-free printing, zero waste, image quality, impressive quality. That's kind of neat. What else does it do? Really? Oh, it is a printer scanner. Okay, so it's not just a... We had the same problem here. You might need to run a cleaning cycle. What's the difference between you and you? Okay. Do I need any of this? No. I'll look at this. I'm going to keep this up in one of my tabs because I'm interested. I'm very interested in that, actually. Because that would solve some of my problems. And I get some discount. Oh, and you can get the whole fucking set of inks for $40. Bullshit. Let's see. Inkjet. Yeah, it's got some really good reviews. Really good. Like 87% 5-star, 4-star and above. Really good. I think you're right. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch it on some of my sites. Not that I'm smart or anything, okay? The reason why is because, and this is gonna shock people, I work with the massive tech/telecom. No, I'm not telling you which one. No. You guess right, I don't care. I'm not telling you. To be fair, there's only 3 in Canada, so you're gonna guess it. I don't care. I'm not telling you. There's some places I can get some discounts. So I'm trying to see if that's what... Epson, what's the name of this one? Scroll. Eco. Eco tank. What do you got for me? The cartridges are cheap. Black is $30 for 2. Like, it's really, really not bad. What about the actual printer? You don't sell the printer. Great, so no discount for peeps. Let me see what they got. Printer. Inkjet, HP, yeah, all in printer. I don't think they sell Epson as a brand. Trying. It's good. This is something that I'm gonna like put on my wish list, so I know where to find it. If people are like, Peeves, what's the random shit on your wish list? There's a reason for that, okay? It's because if I need random shit, it goes there, okay? There's a desk there. I'm not sure why. That's a nice desk, though. That's why it's there. It's because it's a nice desk. It's off now. Anyway, sorry about that. I went on a tangent for printers. But we need printers. And, like, I'm not big on scanning. I don't scan a whole lot. But, like, I've also debated starting to print out, like, cardstock. Like, not business cards, but something related. Stickers or something else I've been thinking about doing. I need a decent printer for that stuff. Not a Cricut. Like, I don't want a Cricut. I don't want to spend fucking $500 to cut 3 things a year. No, that's... for those of you who use it, I'm glad you use it. I'm glad you love it. I will pay somebody to use it at the price of a Cricut. Or X-Acto knife that shit. Or... So we made a level 80. Let me see if there's any gear for it. I know what we gotta do. Go into one of my favorite places in the whole most of Shadowbringers is my favorite place in the whole game. Prettiest, most colorful, Ilmeg. Prettiest base, right here. Like, look at those fucking windows. Yes. Ooh, big upgrades. Let's see. And then, to get my baby girl back into her silly sneakers and stuff. Alright, so we're buying gear to level her up. That's awesome. I love that. Love it. Okay, so what we're gonna do, this is a short night. I'm gonna cut the stream here. Typically I don't. Typically I stream for the 40 minutes minimum. However, big night for me. Gotta get up really, really early in the morning, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a little bit nervous. So, tomorrow, you'll see me on socials, here and there, hopefully. You should. As for content, listen, there's a video tomorrow, a video after tomorrow, for sure. They're already scheduled. They're good to go. Streaming, I don't know what to tell you. There might be one Wednesday, Thursday. I don't know. It's going to depend on how I'm feeling. And if I can sit in a chair for a couple hours, then we will. If I can't, then we won't. So it may have to wait till next week. So, in the meantime, have yourselves a legendary night. Take it easy. And I can't wait to see you guys again on the next one.